Rakatha Yahweh.
Rakatha Yahweh.
Rakatha Yahushua.
Rakatha Yahushua.
Rakatha Yahweh.
Rakatha Yahweh.
Rakatha Yahushua.
Rakatha Yahushua.
Double honor to the apostles, the elders, and salutations to you sincere brothers, teaching in truth and sincerity. And this lesson is going to go into being humble, man. You know, because hey, Yahweh and Yahushua do not need us, man. Basically, it's a privilege, it's an honor to be called from the congregation of the dead, man. What you got, bro?
It's book of James, chapter 4, verse 10. Humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord, and he shall lift you up.
Right. You humble yourselves in the sight of Yahweh Shem Al-Shah, right? And Yahweh and Yahushua is going to lift you up, man. Okay? All this carnal bullshit to be seen, to, you know, for you know, just for views and so on and so forth, that's not spiritual, man. That doesn't matter. That's not going to save you, man. Having a contrite, which is a broken spirit, that's what's going to save you, man.
Yeah, just and then when you get to a certain level of knowledge, your humbleness is supposed to increase with your knowledge, man. All right, you shouldn't be increasing in knowledge and then your humbleness still on the same level, man. They should both be increasing, and your humbleness need to outweigh the knowledge that you have, man. All right, because you got to think, how about Shemashah created knowledge? You just got a little piece of it, man. So how can you be proud?
If I could just add, that's why we constantly have adversity, like the Apostle Kabar did a lesson on. We constantly add adversity because as we grow in knowledge and wisdom, we have to have an element to keep us humble, man. So like, yeah, you might be a brother that's, you know, you have a great capacity of information, but the Most High might have you having circumstances that keep you down, man.
That's right.
But that keeps you humble, man.
Right.
You know?
And then when you do attain that platform of knowledge, man, it's important that you bring your other brothers up too, man. You don't supposed to be that brother just know everything and you're not building other brothers up, man. Because this thing is all about edification, man. And you are only strong as your unit is, man. You know? Go ahead.
It's Matthew 18:4. Whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child, the same as the greatest in the kingdom of heaven.
Right. You have to be humble in order to be great in the kingdom of heaven, man. Hey, humility comes first, man, then the esteem, man. So what's the point of you have all this glory on earth right now, you know what I'm saying, and then you get in the kingdom? You're being glorified right now. Okay? So Yahushua has only received his glorification in the spiritual realm. It hasn't even been manifested on him as of yet. So who are we to try to get that preeminence before Yahushua?
And that's just like the lesson that we got to in the camp. You got people who don't even respect the name of Yahweh Shem Al-Shah, man. All right? Saying that the name don't matter. All right? So he haven't even got his fear and his respect yet, man.
Right.
You know?
Right. Matthew 23:12.
It's the book of Matthew chapter 23, verse 12. And whosoever shall exalt himself shall be abased, and he that shall humble himself shall be exalted.
And through the Spirit, that's why Yahweh Shem Al-Shah rearranged these camps. You know, the heads of the camps or the order within your camp. Because sometimes this wisdom makes you proud, man, and then you become an asshole, man. And that's the reason why Paul suffered that thorn in his flesh to basically keep him balanced out, man. You know what I'm saying?
And then just I was watching the movie Gladiator, and the general Marcus Aurelius, I forget his name on the show, Maximus, I think, on Gladiator. But he knew his son was wicked. What's Marcus Aurelius' son name? Commodus. Yeah. He wanted Maximus to be the next emperor. And then Maximus like, nah, I don't want to do that. I just want to go home to my family. And he told Maximus, he said, that's why you got to be the new emperor.
Right.
Because he didn't really want the job. Right. And he knew that he was going to do what was right because he wasn't covetous. He wasn't ambitious about himself. He was just a simple man. He humbled himself down. And Marcus Aurelius exalted him, man.
Right. And the majority of your sincere men that are in these positions as heads, so on and so forth, they didn't even want the position to begin with, man. You know why? But it was a spiritual move created by Yahweh Shem Al-Shah, bro. Alright? Let's get an example of humility. Galatians 2:9, bro.
It's the book of Galatians chapter 2, verse 9. And when James Cephas and John, Cephas was your people, and John, who seemed to be pillars,
authority figures, man. The heads, all right? Go ahead, bro.
perceived the grace that was given unto me. They gave to me and Barnabas the right hands of fellowship, that we should go unto the heathen and they unto the circumcision.
But the point is that Paul had all this knowledge. Yahushua worked with him for like 3 years within the spirit and built him up, but he still gave reverence to his heads, man. Okay? You got something?
I'll give you that.
Okay. Last example. Let's get Deuteronomy, the 9th chapter. Let's start at the 13th verse. Read down to 19.
Alright. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 9, verse 13. Furthermore, the Lord Yahweh Shai spake unto me, saying, I have seen this people, and behold, it is a stiff-necked people.
Now the reference of stiff-necked people is going into the nation of Israel, and this is Moses expounding. Go ahead.
Let me alone, that I may destroy them and blot out their name from under heaven, and I will make of thee a nation mightier and greater than they.
So Yahweh Shem Al-Shah wanted to destroy our nation and then start all over with Moses, man. Go ahead.
So I turned and came down from the mount, and the mount burned with fire, and the 2 tables of the covenant were in my 2 hands. And I looked and beheld, ye had sinned. Salah. So I looked and behold, ye had sinned against the Lord Yahweh Shem Al-Shah, your power, and had made you a molten calf. Ye had turned aside quickly out of the way which the Lord Yahweh Shem Al-Shah had commanded you.
And this is what the prophet's supposed to do. A prophet's supposed to reprove you when you go off, man. Go ahead, bro.
And I took the 2 tables and cast them out of my 2 hands and break them before your eyes. And I fell down before the Lord Yahweh Shem Al-Shah as at the first 40 days and 40 nights. I did neither eat bread nor drink water because of all your sins which ye sinned and doing wickedly in the sight of the Lord Yahweh Shem Al-Shah, to provoke him to anger.
That's the point. Go ahead, bro.
For I was afraid of the anger and hot displeasure wherewith the Lord Yahweh Shem Al-Shah was wrought against you to destroy you. But the Lord Yahweh Shem Al-Shah hearkened unto me at that time also.
And that's the point, man. Yahweh Shem Al-Shah created everything. You know, he is wisdom. He created wisdom, but he was so humble that he even listened to Moses, man. So who are you not to listen when your brothers is telling you that you're going off, man? If Yahweh B'Shem Al-Shah listened to Moses, who the fuck are you, man? Excuse my French, but I'm just being real with you. You can take us home.
All right, this
break it down.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10, verse 12. The beginning of pride is when one departed from the Most High, and his heart is turned away from his Maker. For pride is the beginning of sin, and he that hath it shall pour out abomination, and therefore the Lord brought upon them strange calamities and overthrew them utterly, man. So just like the fear of Yahweh Shem Al-Shah is the beginning of wisdom, pride is the beginning of sin, man. All right, once you get pride, that's when sins can creep in, man, because of your pride. You stay humble, all right, and fear Yahweh Shem Al-Shah, man. They keep you on that narrow and straight, man. You know, because you fear Yahweh Shem Al-Shah. But when you get proud and think that you have some type of preeminence, or you think that Yahweh Shem Al-Shah gonna show you extra favor because of what you know, all right, that's when you start kind of getting presumptuous, man. You know,
self-will. You know what I'm saying? So basically, the main synopsis of this lesson, man, you have to be humble, you have to be meek, you have to be lowly, and from your spiritual life, it should transition or trickle in your carnal life, man. Okay? Hope you're edified. Shalom.